This is the Hound Dog Tabata workout. It's fantastic for sensitive knees or just to give the knees a break. It's great for blitzing the stabilizers of the hip and pelvis as well. It requires little more than a dumbbell, and for progressions it requires an ankle weight which looks like this. It's a Velcro weight that'll just go around your ankle. It's a Tabata workout, so we're going to be going with 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, alternated, so for a total of 4 minutes per exercise. We go through the exercises one at a time in sequence, starting off with the Abductor Leg Raise 45 degree. Now for this one here, you're going to be laying on your side like this. Bottom arm is a pillow, top hand is down like a kickstand. This leg is bent, so the knee points up and the foot is flat on the ground. And then the bottom leg is out in front 45 degrees. This would be 90 degrees. This is 0. This is diagonally down and out 45. Soft bend in the knee. What you're going to do is lift this leg up, hold for 3. 1, 2, 3. Tap it to the floor and repeat. 1, 2, 3. Tap it to the floor and repeat. This is going to primarily target the adductor longus muscle group in here. Progression number 1, you're going to point your foot up on the way up. 1, 2, 3. Now point it down on the way down. Flip it up on the way up. 1, 2, 3. Down on the way down. And then as a final progression, you would just take your ankle weight and you would attach it to the ankle of the working leg, and you'd go up, 1, 2, 3, foot pointing down, and repeat. The next exercise in the sequence is going to be the soccer kick hip bridge. Now for this one here, you're going to be laying face up. You're going to have your heels snug to your rear end and your feet pointing up. You lift your hips up and you keep them up at all times. Hands down by your sides. Have one leg pointing straight up to the sky, toes pulled up towards your shin. You're going to take that straight leg, you're going to lower it down in front, just shy of the ground, lift it all the way back up and repeat. Just like this. This is going to work the hamstrings, the glutes, the low back, a little bit of the hip flexors, a little bit of rotational stability. As a progression, you can put your ankle weight on for the working leg and do the same motion, and it's going to be just a little bit more challenging. Okay? Next exercise you're going to be doing is side plank leg raise. Now for this one, you're going to be laying on your side with your knees bent 90 degrees so they point directly behind you. Just to give you an alternative view, it's like that. Okay? Now, you're going to have your elbows stacked directly beneath your shoulder. With your top hand, place the fingers spread on that shoulder and give it a gentle squeeze. That's going to make it so that the shoulder isn't as sensitive when we're propped up on your side. From the side, you lift your hips up and you keep them up at all times. This is going to work the lateral core, specifically the obliques, the quadratus lumborum. You're going to have your top leg straight. Now from this position here, this is the exercise. Raising the top leg up and down repeatedly. It's going to work the glute medius and minimus, the outer hip stabilizers, and the lateral core as discussed. Now as a progression, you can do this from your feet. Okay? It's much harder from the feet. It's a big jump. As a further progression, you can loop the ankle weight through on the side of the working leg. And you could do that from the knees or from the feet, and that's going to work the hips much more. The next exercise is going to be the feet floating quadruped rows. Now for this exercise here, you're going to begin on all fours, holding a dumbbell down on the ground with an overhand grip so that the palm faces behind you. So that's the front view. Now you're going to have your feet floating in the air. Don't rest them on the ground like this. You want to have them up in the air. That creates more of a stability demand. If you need to, place a folded towel underneath the knees or even a cushion or pillow if the pressure is a little bit sensitive. Now from this position, you're going to pull the dumbbell up beside your waist and twist it to finish with a sideways grip, lower back down and repeat. And you're just tapping it back down to the floor. Just to give you a front view, you can see that I turn it sideways so it fits nice beside the side there. Now, as a progression, you do a pump at the top. So you go like this and you just do a little, you go up and down an inch from the top before lowering it back down. The next exercise we're going to do is a hand switch push-up. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to start from the knees. You're going to be laying face down, ankles flexed, toes tucked, ankles crossed, feet up in the air. Hands are down beside your shoulders. Your elbows are down and out at about a 45-degree angle. You're going to press your arms into the floor to lift up. Now from the top, you slide one hand over the other hand, place it back down, lower down and repeat. Hand over hand, lower it down and repeat. Now I'm going to give you a front view for this so you can see what I'm doing. I go all the way down, hand over hand, hand over hand. When you do that hand over hand motion, you're placing some rotational core demands on your body to turn it into more of a core exercise, but you're also making it a shoulder stabilizer exercise because you're now balancing on one hand. As a progression for this movement, you can do it with your hands elevated on a bench like this. Hand over hand. And that's going to be an excellent way to increase the demands on the upper body and increase the demands on the core muscle group as well. The next exercise is the shin grip forward bends. So for this one, usually you want to stand next to something like a bench or a wall or something you can hold on to in case you lose your balance. And what you would be doing here is you would stand on one leg, preferably the inside leg, because usually you fall towards the side of the standing leg. You bend forward on one leg, hold for 3 seconds, return up and repeat. Just like that. I'm going to give you a side view. Now you want to keep your spine straight the whole time, okay? Now as a progression for this, you can wear the ankle weight on the side of the leg that you're raising up behind you. That's going to work the glutes more. So you would do it just like this. 1, 2, 3. Lower down and repeat. 1, 2, 3. This exercise is tremendous for single leg stance stability, foot and ankle stability, knee stability, hip stability, low back, glutes. It's hitting just about everything beneficial you can think of. So overall, it's a fantastic exercise to get in. What you want to do over time is this. You want to just focus on minimizing the trembling on that movement, because you'll notice that you'll tremble a lot in the beginning. And as your stability gets better, you'll tremble less. Now, the next exercise is the side lean calf raises. What I'd be doing here is I'm leaning sideways into a wall. And notice that it's only my shoulder that's touching the wall, okay? And elbow, just like this. Now what I do is I lift my heels all the way up and down. The friction of the wall serves as resistance. But because we're doing the heel raises at an angle, it's going to work the muscles in the foot and ankle differently, which is going to help to create more robust stability for better alignment. Because if you have strong feet and ankles, then it creates less referred demands up the kinetic chain, less compensation, compared to having sloppy feet and ankles and having all this wobbling get referred up. As a progression here, you can just do this on one leg at a time, okay? So you go like this, just standing on one leg, and then each set you would alternate. And of course, with all of these exercises, you would do 4 sets on one side and 4 sets on the other side if it's a one-sided exercise, but all of them can be progressed to 8 sets on one side, 8 sets on the other side. Just feel it out and determine when you're ready to make those progressions. So once again, this is the Hound Dog workout. It's fantastic. You can do it just about anywhere. It's super safe for sensitive knees. It actually helps prevent and overcome any knee discomfort. It's super beneficial for general hip and pelvis stability. Fantastic for the core, fantastic for your fitness. I know you're gonna love it.